So the Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Henry Cavill will not be playing Superman anymore. So Henry was in negotiations to make a cameo next spring's Shazam as the Man of Steel. When those talks broke down, all the talks broke down, so Henry could be out.
Yeah, Henry has, of course, played Superman in 3 movies, but Warner Brothers is reportedly not planning on making another Superman movie for a few years. I actually heard 7 being thrown around.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a big number. And what they're going to do is focus on bringing Supergirl to the big screen. Now, neither Warner Brothers or Henry's rep is saying anything at this point. This is what Henry had to say way back when it came to training for Batman versus Superman a couple of years ago and putting on that suit.
I mean, for me, I really wanted to work doubly hard for this one, and I had the good fortune of working with Mark Twight on Man from U.N.C.L.E., which was shooting just previous to pre-production starting on BVS. So I got 4 months of training with him, got to train over Christmas at Jim Jones in Utah, and then I was handed over to Michael Blevins, who was my trainer for the movie, and we worked together for 6 months before we started shooting. So it was just more work, more weight. You know, it's tough to describe, really, because you don't know it until you've done it. You think you can work out how it feels, and I try and describe it every time, but until you're actually standing there in the suit and you see how people react to you, there's no way of really understanding how it feels.
Well, what do you think?
Just has the sad face. But yeah, I don't know, like, because DC has really struggled with their comic world, bringing these movies to the screen. None of the movies have been
because
great.
they've made bad decisions.
Yeah, Wonder Woman's the only thing that's really clicked. I don't put the fault on Henry Cavill. I think he was a great Superman. I like Man of Steel. I thought that was a good movie. Yeah. But no, that's the thing. These movies haven't been the greatest, so I get that Warner Brothers might want to mix things up because things really aren't clicking. Like Justice League was meh. It was okay. We'll see what Aquaman is like. They're still doing The Flash next spring, so they're still using the other actors. But yeah, I get the idea that this didn't really fully click. Like, no fault of Henry, but it didn't fully click, so should you really continue it?
And I mean, let's not forget Suicide Squad. You know, like they've had really disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, and I'm not a huge Zack Snyder fan, and I know that there are a lot of Zack Snyder fans, but I question whether it was a mistake to just hand so much to somebody who is that polarizing, you know, when it comes to these stories. And script. None of these movies work. You go back to The Dark Knight, you go to a lot of the Avengers movies, especially Infinity War, or you look at, you know, even Black Panther. The scripts are great. Yeah. They're what the characters say are amazing, and that was the fault with, you know, Suicide Squad. It was the fault with a lot of these the Batman versus Superman movies, and you sort of get what you get.
Yeah, she says she's not surprised, but it is sad. Anne says the original Superman's Christopher Reeve. No one can play him like him. But that's the thing, if Warner Brothers is going to take it in a different direction creatively, I don't think you can necessily keep the same actors. I think it would be too jarring to have them in terms of, you know, because that's the thing.
But how far creatively can you go? They already took a left turn. You know, they did Batman versus Superman, and then Justice League was funny. Yeah. Like they tried to do.
But still, the look was so dark. That's the big thing I find. It's so dark. Just the colors. Cinematography is so dark.
That's the Zack Snyder palette, right? That's how.
So if you're going to mix it up, I think you need to change everything. Now, Siobhan's suggesting Charlie Hunnam maybe to take over.
Charlie Hunnam. He's not Superman. Charlie Hunnam's not Superman, right?
Could Superman be blonde? I don't know.
No, Superman cannot be blonde.
Where's the Codex?